For over 3 million years, Death Valley has been known for its dry climate and extreme temperatures, both hot and cold. Now, in early 2024, an ancient lake has reappeared in the hot, dry landscape of California's Death Valley, creating a rare spectacle for visitors. Before we get into our story, let's go back to the North American Ice Age. Lake Manly was first born after the North American Ice Age ended well over 20,000 years ago. Back then, the great ice sheets that buried much of Asia, Europe, and North America stopped their creeping advance. Within a few hundred years, sea levels had risen by as much as 35 feet, more than if the ice sheets that still cover Greenland were to melt today. As the centuries went on, Lake Manly slowly started to disappear. Death Valley is all about extremes, famous for the highest temperature ever recorded anywhere in the world, which was a sizzling 134 degrees in July of 1936. Why is it called Death Valley? Well, over the years, the valley has claimed well over 256 lives in its history due to extreme temperatures. Today, the valley registers temperatures at 120 to 129 degrees in the summer and 25 to minus 13 degrees in the winter. With a death rate ranging from 1 to 9, 9 being the lowest, Death Valley comes in at number 3 as the deadliest place on Earth to visit, killing 41 people due to environmental exposure. Death Valley has been subjected to major climatic changes throughout the past 3 million years. During North America's last major ice age, the valley was part of a system of large lakes. This here is Lake Manly, which hasn't been seen for over 20,000 years, and suddenly made an appearance after a few storms and a hurricane came by California's coastline. Thousands of people drove out to Death Valley to see the ancient lake, which again has not been seen for over 20,000 years. Some people even brought kayaks. I'm standing here in the water thinking to myself about the North American Ice Age and how Lake Manly was created, and then I saw the mountain here. Those little white stripes represents water runoff. And this whole mountain range right here was probably covered in ice. The water, melting water carved away at the mountain. This sign right here is approximately 400 to 800 feet, if not more, above the street. During the North American Ice Age, right after everything melted, sea level was right there. This is Lake Manly Reborn, 3 million years later. I must say, the water was very inviting to walk through. I wasn't the only one taking in the big news, because I saw a lot of people bringing out their cameras. If you or someone you know that wants to come out to Death Valley and see this rare sight, do it now before the water disappears again. If you do come out and plan on walking through the water, bring water shoes or sandals, because you never know what you might step on.
Lake Manly, Death Valley National Park. It's quite the sight to see. Here, walking in the water. Man, from where I'm standing, man, this lake looks like it goes on forever.
Another sight to see if you come out to Lake Manly is the Devil's Golf Course.
Here at Death Valley, you see Lake Manly. And I decided to challenge the devil to some golf.
The Devil's Golf Course is made up of large salt formations that jut out of the barren landscape for as far as the eye can see. The Devil's Golf Course is accessible by a half-mile dirt road that you should be able to drive on with most cars, but unfortunately the road is closed. It is on the main road in the park between Badwater and Furnace Creek. All the salt rocks and mineral deposits must make for a competitive round of golf.